I've had a hell of a day. Just came back from the doctor's office. Everything's good though, thank God. So guys, check this out, man. So I was in the military, in case you don't know, for I did like 14 years military, 7 active, 7 with the Florida Guard. And got numerous deployments, blah blah blah. I was also a correctional officer. Now I'm working in IT, but or in cyber, that's a whole different thing. Um and I've seen many situations working in the jail and being in the military that involve domestic violence, right? Now, that's never to be taken lightly. Let me silence my phone. But I've worked, when I worked in the military, I was combat arms. So I worked with all males at first. Well, always. Usually always with all males. Then towards the end, like my last 3 years, when I got put in a unit where it was kind of we had some females like doing different jobs and stuff, because I was commo. At first, I was artillery, then I was commo. So I was combat arms, then I changed my MOS when anyway. So it was all males. And the thing I've seen is that males, when they go through domestic violence, even in the jail, it's always like, what? You let a woman hit you? Like, it's like we don't take it seriously. You know what I mean? It's the minute that male could, and then you wait till the end. I got a story to tell you that ended not too good for a good friend of mine, a soldier that was with me. It ended really tragically. But you, the minute that the guy either gets loud or whatever, I have seen it with my own eyes where the woman would be like, "Oh, I can't believe you did that." Meanwhile, she was throwing cast iron skillets at him all day. You know what I mean? She was hitting him with brooms. The minute he gets loud and it's like, "Oh, I've had enough." "Oh, I can't believe you. I can't believe you talked to me like that." But anyway, so today we're gonna watch toxic cheater military wife gets caught beating and assaulting husband on cam. I'm probably gonna change that title to my own, but we're gonna go ahead and see and talk about what happens during this video.
There's nothing that you can do to intimidate you. Nothing. You think that you can just ignore me when I'm trying to talk to you about
On January 9th, 2023, a distressed man arrived at the police station to report a domestic disturbance at his home. He was eager to share his story with law enforcement, seeking assistance with the situation he had experienced.
Hello.
Yeah, go ahead.
Good, how are you? Did you call?
I didn't call anybody, but I talked to her.
Right. What happened?
So, my name is, can I start or?
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Nate. I live in, I don't know if you're familiar with that area. So this morning, I have an incident with my wife. I'm in the military. I'm staff sergeant.
So he's in the military. His name is Nate. FYI, by the way he's talking and the way he looks, me and him are from the same place. I can almost guarantee he could be Puerto Rican, but I think he's from my island. I think he's Dominican.
And I already talked to the MPs and I talked to my leadership, my first line supervisor about the incident.
Could be
that
Cuban
happened
too.
this morning. And pretty much, my wife and I were going through some disagreements right now, and she was hitting me.
Okay.
I know. I I'm here because I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm kind of like worried about the consequences. So I don't want to kind of like lose my career or put myself in a position where my career is going to be jeopardized. I already talked to my first line too, and he said that he can put me in a barrack room and all this stuff, which is what I'm trying to avoid. When I talked to the MP, they told me the same thing. Even if I'm a victim, that pretty much the law favor the spouse.
So he's saying he went to his command. He asked his command. He told his command, "Hey, look, man, this is happening. This is a situation. I've seen this with my own eyes, man. I've experienced this. This is the situation. We getting into, me and my wife or my girlfriend, whatever. lives with me. This is what's happening, and they're saying, okay, we can separate you. We'll put you in the barracks. But listen to what they said. They're like, well, you know that the law is gonna favor the spouse, and they're basically saying, we're gonna favor the spouse, and it's true. I don't know how it is now, but when I was in, everything favored the spouse. It always favored usually 9 times out of 10, it favored the female regardless of what was happening. You don't know how many incidents I've seen where I had to go help dudes get out, or I just seen I've had soldiers with my neighbor. I got stories for days where they were getting assaulted, because in the military, you better not hit your wife. I mean, you better not hit your wife out here either. You're an asshole if you do, anywhere. But in the military, you better not be. I'm telling you, you'd rather do it as a civilian than do it in the military. Trust me. So they're telling him, hey, we can kind of help you.
These kids, I don't know if you're familiar with that part. Though what I'm hearing is just, we start arguing through the weekend. Result of that, she was at the house. She came home yesterday she's in the reserve, so she came home yesterday from South Carolina. I wasn't talking to her. I cleaned the whole house, and minding my own.
Oh, she's a soldier too.
Business. And this morning, I was getting ready to take my kids to daycare on post.
As he spoke with the officer, he revealed that his girlfriend, whom he also referred to as his wife, had physically assaulted him. This was a shocking claim, and the officer listened carefully as the man shared his side of the story. The situation became even more concerning when the man showed the officer video footage on his mobile phone, which he claimed would support his version of the events. The video was difficult to watch, but confirmed the man's claim. The footage showed disturbing moments of the altercation, leaving no doubt about the severity of the situation.
See how he's holding it in? See how he's holding that in? You can see in his face, like, man, come on, stop, bro, stop. Now you see her assaulting him. You see it. You're looking at it with your eyes. The minute he either pushes her back or it turns into something different. There's going to be SWAT teams there. I'm telling you, that's how it is. That's how I've always seen it. I've been in situations like this, and I've got in my car and walked. They don't. Let me clarify something. They didn't put their hands on me. Like they've gotten in my face, but that was once or twice. But the situations I've been in from the beginning, I let it known, hey, we're not gonna do that to each other. I'm not doing that to you. You better not do that to me. You better not do that to me. I am not the one. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit here. I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm not saying he's wrong. Anybody, male or female, I'm just saying, me personally, I let it be known in the beginning. If this is the way you act when you get angry, I'll cut this relationship off right now. I don't give a what you look like. Beyonce mixed with J-Lo and a giant Hadouken, I don't care. If this is the way you act when you get angry, this is it right here. There ain't no second chance. Ain't no baby, nothing. I'm out. You can find yourself someone else. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's keep going.
Situation.
And both of them, and I put them on in the car, and I guess she was thinking that we were cool. She was like, I was going to the gym in the afternoon, and I didn't tell her anything. So she kind of like went away inside the house and closed the garage. So I was just getting ready to leave, and she opened the garage back and started talking to me, arguing, and then she started pushing me and in the face, and then she started gaslighting me. And maybe I was saying things that I was gaslighting her too.
Like what?
Like ignoring her because I wasn't talking to her about. She was asking about. She was like, "Oh."
It's crazy. We always, as guys, always think when we're in the situation, because it's normal to always see. We've normalized always seeing the guy being the aggressor, right? And you do see that a lot. I'm not saying that you don't, but he's saying, Well, maybe I gaslighted her too. That's just talk of somebody who's abused, bro. You see it in women when they get abused, they feel like it's their fault and it's not. You know what I mean? And this is just talk for somebody who's being abused.
I got it on video, but I'm not gonna show you until we finally talk, and then I will just.
What do you have on video?
I'm sure, I don't know if you've been through this before or years. I don't want to like mess up her career or like right now. I said right now she's at work and she think like I said she think that I'm bluffing about this, but I was telling her like I'm not gonna keep sponsoring the behavior that you're doing, which is pretty much right now out of social media. She's been talking to other guys, well, being married to me, and the reason why we went to social work before and we've been through it is because while I was deployed.
She talking to other men while they together. But anyway,
She was cheating on me.
she cheated on him while he was deployed. That's rough, guys. That's rough to be cheated on while you're deployed. And ask me how I know. But I'm not going to tell my story. I'm not that type of person. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But that's rough. That is rough. I know we've had cases of guys that have been cheated on while they were deployed. It's bad enough you're deployed going in combat, especially if you're combat arms. You come back. I know dudes that have, I don't know them personally, but I've heard of dudes that have killed their spouses. You come back with that in your head and you find out she cheated on you. They kill them. Bro.
So
Can you turn it sideways for me so it's bigger? Thank you.
there's a couple.
Okay.
So this is the first one that I kind of it was working out.
You think Chris can act like this? He's a smart father of the year, huh? You can't just make it easy? Why do you have to be so difficult? Why do you have to be so difficult?
You want to make it easy for you?
I'm not. It could be easy for everybody. You just want to make my life miserable because you have this persona in your head, thinking that I'm cheating on everybody. And if I am, I would like to see proof. Because there's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing. And that's what's funny. I'm not intimidated by you anymore. I'm not scared by you. There's nothing that you can do to intimidate me. Nothing. You think that you can just ignore me when I'm trying to talk to you about my kids? Huh? I'm not afraid of you. I'm sick of you always trying to intimidate me. I'm not afraid of you. I'm not afraid of you.
So you carry that shame to the next relationship.
Wow.
She's right.
Who?
My wife.
Where is she?
The white car.
The truck?
Yeah. Because I'm sure she can tell that she's texting me and calling me.
Okay.
And she,
Does she know you're here?
yeah, because she's seen my location. Well,
Okay. Stay in here for just a minute, okay? $25. Can I get another unit with me? I've got the other party showing up here at headquarters.
What was that unit?
25. Hello, are you Kelly? Yes. Can I talk to you for just a minute? Okay.
Uh-oh.
When the officer arrived at the property, he saw a woman trying to leave. Her behavior immediately raised suspicion. She seemed in a hurry to leave the scene, which seemed strange given the circumstances. The officer stopped her and asked if she had anything to do with the disturbance. The woman denied any involvement in a crime. She began to offer her version of the story, but her response felt off to the officer. It seemed like she was trying to avoid responsibility for what had happened. The woman then tried to deflect blame by giving conflicting statements. She changed her story several times, seemingly trying to confuse the officer.
That's what abusers do, man. Guys, it's guys or girls. People who are in the aggressive side, who are the aggressors, always do shit like that. Try to deflect everything, man. Nah, what are you talking about, man? No, it was because, you know what I mean?
Hey, I'm Officer Moran. What's going on with your husband?
I mean, I'm sure you know his side of the story.
Yeah, and I want to get yours. So
Yeah, it's probably true.
okay.
What he said.
What do you think he told me? Like, I'm just trying to get your side, okay?
We've been going through this for 3 years.
Yeah,
It's
it
just
sounds
not,
like it's
it
over
hasn't
time.
gone this
3
far.
years. 3 years.
I don't know. I'm sure he told you everything. He's really good at building cases against me. He's
Okay.
a very smart man.
Okay, so what, from your perspective, what happened?
He knows how to push me past my limits and manipulate me to the point to where I finally break, and then he does stuff like this.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying, like in general, that this is like an ongoing thing. But what about today? How did he do that today?
Trying to threaten that he's going to have full custody of our children.
Okay.
Not say that exactly, but don't worry about it. I got it. The words that he says, I don't even know how to put it in word for word right now.
Okay. So you feel like he was provoking you?
Of course, he always does.
Okay, so how did the argument start?
He accuses me of stuff that's not true.
Okay.
And he sees tiny parts of little stories or little stuff that goes on, and then he makes this own story in his mind as if it's true, and it's not. And I don't know how much longer, or I mean, I can't even plead my case because he will bring up another thing on top of that. Can we talk privately at work?
Yeah, we can step off to the side here. We can't go inside right now.
Oh, is that their crib? Is that where they live? That's what it is? I thought they lived in the other spot where they were in the garage.
I'm not trying to have you put all your business out there. So he was accusing you of things, right?
Stuff that's not true, and I'm just sick of it.
Yeah. So, and then what happened after that? So you guys were arguing.
I'm sure you've seen videos and stuff. Can you just
I'm trying to get your perspective because it's not fair for me to only get one side of the story when there are at least two sides to the story.
I don't know my side. I'm sick of. I was for so long a stay-at-home mom, living in his shadow, and I finally just am becoming.
Okay, stay right here for just 1 second, okay? I want to hear what you have to say, but give me 1 minute, okay? Okay, so like I said, there are at least two sides to every story, right? And it's not fair for me to only have one person's side, okay? I understand you guys have ongoing issues.
Can you tell me what's going on after this?
I am investigating a domestic violence incident. That's what's going on. Okay? And what's happening right this moment is I'm trying to get your side. Okay?
I don't know. I don't really have a side. There's nowhere I can go. He's trying to kick me out of our house. I cannot leave. There's nowhere for me to go.
Okay.
Clearly, she was trying to divert attention away from her role in the altercation. She believed that by creating confusion, she could escape the consequences of her actions.
It's making herself the victim. Classic move. Classic move.
However, instead of making things easier for her inconsistent statements only complicate the situation. Despite her attempts to mislead the officer remained calm and professional. He allowed her to speak for as long as needed, but carefully noted everything she said. As the woman spoke, she eventually admitted that the argument with the man had started because of issues involving child safety and custody. This added a sensitive and emotional layer to the case, which made the situation more complex.
Now he said you have like friends in the area. I'm not kicking you out of your house, just to be clear.
I'm talking to the police officer. Mom, I know. I'm talking to the police officer. Can I? He has friends too. We both have friends.
Again, I'm not taking sides.
I know.
But...
I don't have anywhere to go.
Okay.
I have family that live on the West Coast in California and Nevada.
Okay. So you guys are arguing, okay? And is this how it usually goes? You guys argue and then it escalates?
No, I mean, we'll argue, but we're quick to get over it. It's just, I mean, I see your prior service. I'm military as well. I'm a reservist. I had my drill weekend. I just graduated the Drill Sergeant Academy in November. And from day one, I'm sure you know, what were you?
This is actually law enforcement, but
Okay, well,
yeah.
day one, when day zero, I'm sure you've seen shark attacks and
Yeah,
stuff. We had, from day one when I was at the academy, he fought with me. Every day. He doesn't like when I leave because of a history that we have.
Right.
When I leave for military. So,
And that's got to be super stressful too.
yes. I had my drill weekend this weekend. And I stay on FaceTime with him. I share my location. I answer all his calls and all his text messages in the timely manner that he would like. And I was at the gym and I wasn't answering them fast enough for him.
When were you not answering?
Saturday.
Fast enough.
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday. Gotcha.
And I'm like, he was at a funeral, so I knew that we weren't going to be really talking on the phone anyways. And he's calling and calling and calling. And I answer and he hangs up, and he's like, check your text messages. And then hangs up again. And I see I wasn't responding to his text messages and answering his questions, which was, are you off for the day? And I said, yes, I am. Everything okay? What's going on? And he's just like, why aren't you answering my text messages? You're leaving me undelivered. I don't know what reset the phones did, because his phone did the same reset. The red receipts are not on anymore.
Okay.
And like the sound changed for our phones for like ringtones and stuff. For some reason it was a weird reset. Maybe other stuff happened, but those are the two that happened to both of.
Stop it. Stop. I'm telling you from I'm about to nerd out real quick. She has an iPhone. He has an Android. She's telling me both of the phones reset. They both did not push out an update at the same time that reset your ringtones and all that stuff. No, stop.
Of our phones.
Okay.
So I don't know why my red receipts were off. His are off too now. And so he was mad that my red receipts were off. And so I still stayed on FaceTime with him, stayed on video, because he wants me to FaceTime him 24/7 when I'm away from him. And I was on FaceTime with him, but it just still wasn't good enough for him. And so it just started an argument from that day, from that moment, around 4 o'clock.
On Saturday?
On Saturday.
Okay.
Until midnight. He was saying he was going to himself. He had my kids with him. I was gone. And I just, he's loco.
Yeah.
And so we argued that entire night, and I'm just like, you know what, I can't do this. One of my drill sergeant leaders from the academy, we follow each other on social media. He swears that just because we're friends on social media, that I'm and it's not the case.
This is why I don't use Facebook. Like, I have a Facebook, but I don't use it. This is why I don't be following people like that. People that I work, the people that follow me, people that watch me, people that follow me from TikTok, or the people on TikTok the most. And I'm not following people that I work with, and I got one female on my whole team. I don't even know what she looks like, actually, because we're all remote. But I don't follow people like that, just as an adult. Not that you can't. I'm not saying you can't. But it gets into a situation with social media. When you start following people, people start knowing things about you. And you sometimes, subconsciously or unconsciously, I don't know if I'm saying that right, you'll start talking and you start knowing things about each other. And it just looks crazy. I don't reply to people like that unless it's something that has to do with these videos or something that has to do with me making the videos. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be careful.
Case at all. And I tell him, because he's so crazy and he reaches out to every single guy that likes a picture on my social media. Like, what are you doing? What are your intentions with my wife? Why are you guys friends? Tell me. Like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
And so I tell him, if you think that, like, reach out to all these people. At the end of the day, I'm a reservist. That drill sergeant leader is a reservist. He has a lot of connections. Who knows the networking that he and I can do in the future?
Right. So he can't have any male friends.
He doesn't I cannot have male friends. He does not understand that. And so it just one argument led to another, and I'm just like, I'm done. And then he's telling me he's kicking me out the house and all this stuff. So I know how crazy he can get. He has.
Listen, I get it. It's 2025. It's a different era. Why you need so many male friends for? And I'll even tell him, look, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Why do I need so many female friends? I don't be hanging out. Like, what the fuck is a female friend to me? I'm about to be 45. Well, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go smoke a cigar with my female friends? No. I don't hang out. I'm not gonna go hang out with my female friends. I'm not go play ball? Or are we playing PlayStation? I don't even play PlayStation that much anymore. The fuck am I gonna do with as an adult? What you gonna do with female friends? What you gonna do as a female, her? What you gonna do with male friends? Okay, I have male friends. What does that mean? What are you gonna do? Hey, I'm gonna go hang out with Victor and Jose. What? You know what Victor and Jose are thinking? That's how it is. That's reality. I don't care how offended you get. It's reality. Reality hurts people. Facts hurt people nowadays. Well, you're about to get hurt a lot here. Because as a grown man or woman, you're married. Why would I have I have females that I know that are friends of mine. Most likely they're my wife's friends. You know what I'm saying? Most likely they're my wife's friends. I may have friends that I've had before. I'll say hi and bye, whatever. I got who do I got? I got like 2 or 3 female friends. Maybe. I think 2 that I know of. That one I was in the army, and we talk like just periodically. If I post something, she'd be like, "Oh yeah, my son got that," or "Yo yeah," and that's where it ends. It's not like, "Yo, you need to come through and chill. You could drink." No, come on, get real, man.
Blocked me. He has emptied my bank account. He knows he's taken professional hacking courses. He knows how to hack into anything that I have. I do not have
Professional
any
hacking
personal
courses.
identity outside of him because he gets into everything. He's a professional hacker in the military.
hacking courses.
So
That's good. He's gonna have a good career after.
one time, he tries to paralyze me, like doing this, in ways that I cannot overcome from. He over a period of time would ask me my security questions of my phone, like, oh, for example, my name is Niall. They called me that as a kid. What did they call you? And I was like, oh, they called me Gabi. Boom, my security question. What is your childhood nickname?
My man's fishing. Oh man, social engineering, we call that in the cyber world. I'm in cybersecurity. My man's good, man. Hey, tell him to shoot me his resume, man.
My first car was this. What was your first car? I told him. Oh, what color was it? Boom. And that was straight. He's so smart.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if I'm being tested sometimes or not because it could be just a mutual
That is
conversation.
smart.
Right.
So
that makes you super paranoid, I'm sure.
yes.
Yeah.
And he has tried to kick me out multiple times. He has emptied my bank account, taken my keys, taken my phone, put tracking devices on my car. I hacked into anything of my phone, my work phone, anything, my computers, anything.
So you have no privacy.
I have no privacy. And I just am so angry that he was trying to do that again to me this week.
Now I'm gonna take a sip from the Devil's Advocate's cup. The Devil's Advocate cup. God, you can see my messy bed in the back. I am gonna say this. In the beginning of the video, we saw when she was beating him or when she was hitting him that she said, I'm not scared of you anymore. You're not gonna whatever me anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not gonna blah blah blah. And she's saying, look, this is what he does. You know, he manipulates me. He won't let me do this. He won't let me do that. Controls my bank account. That still doesn't give her the right to hit him, to beat him. You know what I'm saying? It still doesn't. But as the cop, you probably do want to check. I mean, I don't know if that's the cops' thing to check, but cops aren't going to go investigate that. But you know, we gotta look at, was she, and again, I'm not excusing her hitting him, not at all, or her or him, her, either or. But nobody should be putting hands on each other. But also nobody should be manipulating anybody like that either. Grown adults, you shouldn't be manipulating. You shouldn't be like I'm not gonna control my wife's bank accounts. I'm not gonna control her money, like take money away from her, like she's a child. I'm not gonna, what I'm saying, I don't do none of all that stuff. Actually, I'm at the other end. Damn, this motherfucker does not give a shit. Like, it's not that I don't give a shit. It's just like, yo, you gonna do what you do, man. You know what I mean? And you're not gonna spiritually or mentally, stress me out to the point where what's going on? What's going on? Nah, you gonna do what you do, man. I gotta trust you. You gotta trust me. Period. You know what I mean? That's what a marriage is.
Weekend. And
What specifically was he trying to do this weekend?
like he plays mind games, and I'm kind of catching on to how he plays. He will make up a little scenario and play that scenario as if it's a real story, as if something really happened, as if he knows already. Like,
Or she could be lying.
I already know you did this, so why don't you just tell me? And it's like it never happened, but because you know of maybe a snippet that I know that person, that where that person works, and maybe I've been in the same location as that person, he puts his own story together as if I already know this happened, but it never happened. But that's how he thinks that he can catch me and other people in lines. And it's just, this morning he was playing mind games with me and with me.
Like, how was he doing that? What was he doing that about?
Telling me he wanted me out of the house by the time I was done with work, that I'm not going to be living there anymore. Pretty much just trying to keep me out of the house.
At one point during the conversation, the woman also shared that she had no financial resources or assets to support herself. This statement revealed some of her personal struggles. She faced challenges beyond the current situation which might have contributed to her behavior. However, despite these personal challenges, the officer knew that he had to focus on the facts and the seriousness of the situation.
Telling me, and I was trying to get the kids ready because we both mutually get them ready, take the kids to school and everything.
Yeah.
But he wasn't letting me help get them ready. And I was like, okay, well, I made them breakfast. What are we going to do? Can I take the kids to school? What is the plan this morning? Because, and he's, don't worry about it, I got it. Okay, but, we have an infant.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, okay. What's the plan when after work? Are you picking them up? We usually go to the gym every day after work.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what's the plan? Are you picking them up? Or are we going, don't worry about it, I got it. You're not in the picture anymore. And it's just it's the mind games. I want to be just as involved, but again, what he accuses me of is what he's doing. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to play this perfect narrative to everybody else, but he's trying to play the perfect narrative.
Mm-hmm. So what did he accuse you of today, if anything?
Oh, having sex with multiple men over the weekend, entertaining other men in my DMs. Mm-hmm. And people tell me, my stuff is really locked down.
Lining
I added
up
people
in
that
the
I went to the
DMs.
academy with. I was with them every day for 9 weeks straight.
Yeah.
I have a right to have them as a friend.
Yeah.
If they heart one of my stuff, or if they call me pretty, it sucks, but I'm not saying, okay, let's go on a date, let's
Yeah.
it's just thank you, and then that's it. If they try to go further, I don't let them, but none of them have.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, again, I'm going back to that shit. Why would you have to have, what's the purpose of having everybody you went to the, and I know because I've been there, when I've been different academies and training, and all of us, it don't matter what job you have. What's the point of having everybody in your job? You wouldn't want that, because it's work is work, your personal life is your personal life. The minute you start, and we all make this mistake, all of us do this, but the minute you start adding people from your job to your personal life, now they know personal stuff, because we tend to post everything we do, anything that happens. I've seen crying videos, I've seen on our social media, so now your work knows. This is how a lot of people get in trouble. You know what I mean? So why wouldn't you just not do that? You know what I mean?
But just because I don't stop them when they tell me I'm pretty, nothing has gone further than a compliment. But because I don't stop them when they tell me I'm pretty and say, you need to respect that I'm married, don't tell me I'm pretty, he has a problem with it.
Okay. I mean, that sounds exhausting and toxic. And I'm sure it pushes you beyond your limit. Would you say that's accurate?
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, I can't imagine dealing with that. And it's extra hard when you have kids.
Yeah.
And that makes it that much worse.
Yeah.
So has it ever gotten physical with you guys?
Multiple times.
Okay. What has happened in
I
those?
should have filed domestic on him before he did me.
Well, what happened in the other times?
He's locked me in my closet. I have that one on video.
Damn.
He's locked me in my closet. I mean, physical abuse. He won't let me leave, so he'll grab me, put me up against the... He tries to confine me into corners and closets.
How does he do that?
By grabbing me, he's strong. He's held me down multiple times.
When did that happen?
It was a while ago.
Okay.
It was like 2020, 2021.
What else happened?
I mean, I put my hand on him. I'm sure there's no way out of that. Like, I'm sure he has video. I saw our security camera.
Did you put your hands on him today?
Maybe.
Kelly?
I mean, I'm sure you guys saw videos. I'm sure you guys have proof.
But again, I need your side.
You're hearing my side.
Okay. But here's the thing. If there's just a video of you going up and hitting somebody, I'm not in your mind at that moment. I'm not hearing what's going on with your thoughts. Okay? I'm not...
It's just always, he tries to make me fearful of him. He tries to intimidate me. He's manipulative. He plays psychological games with me. And I don't know how to combat them the proper way.
And that's when it turns physical?
Yes.
Okay.
He messes with me so much and threatens that he's going to make sure that I'm so financially, mentally, psychologically paralyzed that I will never be able to overcome our separation because I want to leave.
Yeah.
So he's going to make sure he does anything possible to get any documents on me to hurt me so bad that at the end of the day, he's the winner. And it doesn't even need to be a winner or a loser.
No, it shouldn't be that a win or lose situation. It's not a game, but I know you're saying that's his perspective. So when he acts like that, when he makes you feel like you couldn't be independent.
We have done counseling, and they've said if you feel like it gets to that, if you're gonna probably put your hands on him, if it's gonna get violent, you need to be able to walk away. And I used to be able to leave, but he made it to where he would take my car keys, he would take my cell phone, take my debit card. He would make it to where I couldn't leave.
Yeah. Did that happen today? Did he take any of your stuff?
No, but that's just his pattern.
Yeah.
Like, he's smart. He got me good today. He set it up perfectly to where it was right in front of our cameras. He's so smart.
I want to see if this is true, everything he's doing. I would like to know. The video's almost over. I would like to know, because if again, I'm not saying she should. I'm not forgiving her for slapping or whatever, but we always gotta look at, man, like, yo, this guy or this girl pushed this person to the edge. You know what I mean? It could. I'm not saying, again. Let's wait.
So did you put your hands on him today?
After carefully collecting all the information, the officer made his decision. The man's video evidence and the woman's inconsistent statements left little doubt that the woman had been involved in the altercation. The officer determined that despite her efforts to avoid responsibility, she was the primary suspect. He had no choice but to act and ensure that she was held accountable for her actions. When the officer moved to arrest the woman, she resisted.
She did?
I mean, if the answer is yes, I want to hear the because.
There is no because. It's not right. There's no reason why.
I mean, I'm not justifying it, but at the same time, you can only be pushed so far. to do to lose your cool? You said in the past you've been able to walk away.
I've tried a couple of times until he made it to where I wouldn't be able to.
Okay.
Like,
And
take my
were
car
you?
keys.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, he's done it. I've been able to walk, but I have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
My friends have spouses, their own lives. Like,
Yeah.
I have.
Are all her friends? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, she meant her friends. It could be her girlfriends. They have spouses. She can't just be walking up in the house.
Nowhere to go.
So you feel trapped.
Of course.
Did you feel trapped today?
It's not even that I felt trapped today. It was just like, I hate that he wants to get the last word, and I don't care about letting him. It's not about getting the last word or not. It's just about him telling me, him always threatening me with the children or with just life,
Yeah.
finances and stuff.
Did he do that today?
Of course.
What specifically did he threaten you with?
That he was going to ruin my military career. That he was going to, which he's done already in the past, contacted my chain of command before, that he was going to mess up my career, mess up the guys' careers that follow me in like my Instagram stories and my posts.
Yeah.
And I'm not sexualized or anything on social media.
Right. So, assuming it did get physical today, what happened just prior to it getting physical?
I just want him to know that I'm not going to continue to live in fear of him. I'm not afraid of him.
Yeah.
I'm sick of him thinking that I am going to live in fear of him.
So you just wanted to show him that you're not scared of him. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, that was smarter. That was smart to go in front of the camera. You know what I mean? That was smart, especially if his command told him, "Yo, this, that, whatever." Yeah, yo, look at this video.
And that's why you put your hands on him?
Can you just tell me what's going to happen?
Well, I have to finish investigating what was alleged, okay? And then we'll make that determination. I'm not trying to like play mind games with you or dance around things, but at the same time, I'm not going to tell you something that's not going to happen, okay? So hang out right here for just a minute. And let me talk to my partner over here, okay? So what's your plan for going forward in this relationship?
I've been asking for divorce for 2 years, but he got
What stops you from filing?
money. I've been contacting people all morning. I had a feeling he would do something like this.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, I don't even know.
You can get your divorce done in the military, though. I mean, money? You can get it done in the military. I know my son's getting divorced right now. He's in the military.
The first steps, and I don't have support. I don't have family. I don't have anything.
Okay.
I think.
I'm gonna have you
think-
step down
I
here,
think so. I
okay?
think that's how he's doing it. I could be wrong.
Put your phone down. Turn around and put your hand behind your back.
Oh, they got him. I got her.
Right now you're under arrest for simple battery under the Domestic Violence Act, okay?
The woman was formally charged. She was brought before a court and charged with 2 counts of simple battery in connection with the incident. The charges reflected the seriousness of her actions and highlighted the need to address domestic violence cases with the seriousness they deserve. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to our
So, I don't understand. Like, okay, so this was kind of iffy because at first, you hear his side of the story. He got video. Then you watch her. I mean, she did try to leave though. Like, why? Why didn't she just file for divorce before if he wasn't here? I mean, if he's that smart though, he was being manipulative or whatever. You know what I mean? But you gotta walk away from that stuff, man. Whether it's the way that she claims that he's doing it, and I say claims because there's no evidence of it, but or the way that she's doing it, where she's actually hitting him. You gotta try to walk away from that, man. Both of them are just as bad as the next one. You know what I mean? But anyway, what I was gonna say, I had a friend in the military. He served with me. Had a wife. His wife was they had a situation like this. I don't think I don't I don't know what was happening in the house. I just know that there was times where he had to go to the barracks. It's like, hey man, I gotta go. I gotta sleep in the barracks because we got a situation with the wife. MPs came and all that. Okay, and this happened for a long time. I mean, we deployed, we came back, and this guy was big. I don't want to say his name. We're gonna call him Leon. So Leon was big dude, man. He was workout. You know what I mean? Big guy, man. Everybody we used to joke. He was like a bull, man. This guy was huge. Just a big country dude, brother, right? Bald head black dude, about my height, 5'9", 5'10", something like that. Just a big dude. And so we're like, his wife's probably just making him, sick, talking and yapping and all that, whatever. But his wife was actually out doing shit because we seen her. Where like more numerous people had seen her, but for some reason the military never got rid of her, never did anything for him, but put him in the barracks, put him in the barracks. He even got written up one time because of his relationship. I forgot how, because he was always in a situation, whatever. Anyway, so fast forward, we go on deployment. We go to Iraq, 2003. You know what I'm saying? We're combat arms. I'm sorry, 2000. We go to Afghanistan. This was after Iraq. So Afghanistan, 2004. And, we do our thing, come back. I go to my next duty station. This is like 2-3 years later. Then I get out of active duty. So it already been a few years. So I hear from a friend. He goes, "Yo, you heard what happened to Leon?" I'm like, "Nah, man, I ain't spoken to him in years." Be like, "What? What happened to him?" He stayed with his wife, mind you. He said they found him dead in his garage. I was like, dead in his garage? What the fuck? Like, that's the last thing I expected to hear, right? And he said, yeah, man, it looked like, and his wife's gone. So the cops were looking for his wife. And not to get into all the details, but it turns out that I don't know what happened, but it got to the point where his wife grabbed like a tire iron or something, just hit him in the back of the head, bow, and left him in the garage. And he passed away in the garage. They caught her later, and she's in prison now. But just to show how it escalated, and he decided to stay. You know what I'm saying? And what was crazy was, I feel like had he been a female, this would have been dealt with a lot sooner. I don't think it would have got to. I'm not saying that I clearly are not hundreds of thousands of cases where females end up getting hurt or lose their lives to an abuser, but I'm just saying in the army it would have been dealt with really fast. Let me tell you why. Let me go to the next story. Because my neighbor, she was the one in the military and she had a husband, right? And the husband was not in the military. I knew him, I knew her. They had a kid who had autism. He stayed home. He was a stay-at-home dad, and he took care of the kid. He would fly back home every once in a while. He was a really soft-spoken guy, really, and I remember she was sleeping with everybody. How do I know? Because she was sleeping with some of my soldiers, and my soldiers used to tell me. And she lived right next door to me, and in my apartment building. Well, when he one of the times he went back home, he had asked me and my ex-wife to take care. Well, my ex-wife, she had asked my ex-wife to take care of uh of her kid while she went out. She went out and to the club and was doing all this, that, and the third. There was guys there. My soldiers told me all the stories of everything. She would get drunk. She'd come home late, drunk, whatever. Then she'd pick up her kid the next day, which was weird. I'm like, yo, this is not normal. Gave her a kid. Her husband comes back, right? And I would hear them arguing. I'd hear her yelling. I'd hear her, "Hey, motherfucker." And I'd hear things being thrown, blah, blah, blah. Then she would come out and be like, yo, I remember the military send her husband away for a little bit back home. They send him back, military send him back home. And I was like, what? I was like, what happened? Right? Um, and she's like, oh, I told my commander, like she was real comfortable talking to me. She's like, oh no, I told my commander, he put his hands on me, whatever. So then the MPs came and got him. Then they got him to go back home for a while. He went back home. Then after a few months, they came back, got into more fights. And then I would talk to him, and he spoke to me. He was like, man, our son, I'm trying to tell her, yo, because he's like, I know she's doing stuff. And I felt bad. I was like, damn, I don't want to be like, yo, yeah, my soldiers are over here in Pound Town with her. But it happened, and I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? He wasn't like my boy, but, we spoke when we were in the hallway. And then one day, he was gone. And I'm like, yo, what happened? She was like, oh, no, I got him out of here. I told, again, my commander that he's doing this, that, and the third. But she was all like, no, I got him out of here. I was just tired of him, whatever. And I'm like, yo, he didn't, like, I know he didn't. I was a couple of feet away hearing. I would come home from the supermarket. I'd hear him. I'd see him outside arguing. And he'd be like, yo, just calm down, man. And I hear him in the house. And I hear her being the aggressor all the time. Plus, she was doing a bunch of stuff. Everybody knew. And he ended up getting, like, sent home. And she got divorced. And she got the kid that she couldn't even take care of. And it was crazy. And I was like, wow, bro, this dude didn't do anything. You know what I mean? And it's not my business. I could have been like, but it'll just be like me talking. I think the MPs came and asked me some questions, and I was like, I don't know. I just hear arguing. I really don't. I just hear the yelling, but I don't know really what's going on, whatever. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, that's crazy. So just to show you how it goes, I don't know if things have changed. Maybe they have, but I don't know. Anyway, so if you guys have a situation that you could, a similar situation, is this normal or am I just tripping? Let me know, man. Anyway, that's all I got, guys. If you guys got anything you want me to react to, go ahead and put it in the comments below. And as always, you can follow me on the TikTok. I'm gonna put my TikTok down there. It's completely different. TikTok, I do kind of, I used to have a conspiracy podcast, and I do conspiracy fears and mysteries. I do true crime stuff and things like that, and conspiracies, mysteries, talk about cryptids and things like that. Completely different from this channel. So, but if you like that type of stuff, I'll put my TikTok on there. Go ahead and follow me. I just started that one a few weeks ago. So, anyway, like, subscribe, follow me on social media, and I'll see you guys on the next Mo.